Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Paulina. I got the gastric sleeve gastrectomy surgery on August 1st, 2019. And as of today, I am 132 pounds down. On this specific video, I'm going to be talking about the hard times of getting the surgery and post-op. So basically the disadvantages of surgery, even though it's like this much compared to the growth and amazing side of life that this surgery gives you. But I wanted to make this video because some people have been messaging me, asking me like, okay, tell me, you know, you always post about the positive all the time. What are the negative effects of this surgery? So that's what I'm focusing on. So if you are interested, then please keep on watching. All right, so I have a list on my phone. I have 10 things that I'm going to be talking about, disadvantages of getting weight loss surgery, specifically for me, the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. So just keep in mind, you guys, these are things that either I have gone through or other people that I know have gone through. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is the first couple of months. So month 1 and 2 are hard. They are. Specifically for me, in the first month, I was on liquid for 6 weeks. Like I talk about in previous videos, that is not a lot of people. Some people are on it for a week, 2 weeks, depending on their doctor. I got dehydrated and had to go back to the hospital. So that's why I was on liquid for 6 weeks. So just that in general made my life so difficult because I was very weak. I was very lightheaded. I wanted to eat something. And I couldn't, right? I couldn't. So that was very difficult for me in the first month. You know, usually people that have struggled with their weight deal with food as a coping mechanism, not post surgery, before surgery. And you can't do that. So when you go from eating like that, right, when you're dealing with your emotions to not being able to do that, it's very hard. And it's something that you have to go through. Yes, they tell you in your pre-op classes. Yes, you're watching people on Instagram, you know, post all the positive. But yeah, that is one of the things. The first month, 2 months, I was not active. I didn't really become really open with my surgery till a couple months after, till I started feeling better. And, you know, I didn't start YouTube until I was August, September, October, November, December, about 4 months post-op, until I was like, you know what, I really want to be that person for people like other people on YouTube have been for me, and I wanted to be real, and that's why I opened up on my Instagram. But yeah, the first couple of months, you guys, is hard, and even the close people that I've talked to that have gone surgery would agree with me. Like I said, it's not everyone, but it's just a huge life change. I was home after I came back from the hospital and I was in bed for a while. I honestly just wanted the days to pass by so fast. I was so over it. You know, I wanted the months to go by. I wanted to be able to eat something. I wanted, you know, something to chew. When you can't chew food for a month, 2 months, right? Because even after liquids, you go to the pureed stage and then the soft food stage, and then you finally can eat. It's a long time, even though that's the time where you're losing the most weight. And I remember I would reach out to people that were like 6 months post-op, 8 months post-op, a year post-op, and they would say, take advantage. This is when you will lose the most weight. And I was like, okay. And it's true. That is when you will lose the most weight. So if you follow what your doctor is telling you in the beginning, that is when you will lose the most weight. Obviously, you're eating way less calories than you are now. I'm 8 months post-op and I can eat a lot more, and I have to be careful, right? Because then we can stall or gain weight or whatever. But yeah, the first couple of months are hard, but I promise you it gets better. And I still feel like I got surgery like yesterday. So when I like go through my videos and stuff, it's kind of crazy to see that. But it's all worth it. It is worth it. You need to like reach out to me, reach out to other people that have gotten their surgery, and they will tell you that it does get better. So stay positive, surround yourself by positive people, and everything will be okay. Number 2, surgery is on your stomach. It is not on your mind. And that kind of goes with the first thing that I said. They cut 90% of your stomach, right? Doctors say 85%, others say 90%. So you have this 10% to 15% of stomach that a normal person has. But yes, it eliminates you. Well, it stops you from eating more, but your mind still wants things. So I remember in the beginning, my cravings were not there. I was so excited that my cravings were gone. I didn't want pizza. I didn't want specific things, but now it's back. I crave pizza. I crave ice cream. I crave hot Cheetos. I crave all the things that I used to eat. And now I have found ways to satisfy that craving. You know, I make these baked pizzas. I eat cauliflower pizza. I do eat baked chips sometimes, you guys, but it's in moderation. I can snack a lot more now. And yes, I could choose to eat baked chips all day. Am I going to meet my protein intake? No. So just remember that surgery is on your stomach and not your mind. I've talked to people that think that this is the easy way out, and it's not. It's a constant battle with your mind. Food is an addiction, and I will say it. I will probably always be addicted to food. And a lot of people don't talk about it, right? Addiction, people think like drugs, alcohol. It's food, man. We need food to survive, but the way that I was eating before, I was killing myself. Straight up killing myself. I was eating, I don't even know how many calories a day, where I was just gaining weight. And when I would see a picture of myself from each Christmas, right? And I go back to Christmas because Christmas is when my family dresses up. I was like, man, I kept gaining weight and I kept getting bigger. And every year I was like, this is a year I'm going to lose weight, and it wouldn't happen. So again, surgery is on your stomach and not your mind. Okay. You have to find ways to help you through this. Working out, setting schedules, being around people that motivate you, cutting people out that are negative and that are like, oh, well, you only lost the weight because of the surgery. We choose what goes in our mouth. I know a lot of people that gain their weight back, or that are eating, they're losing weight, but they're not getting the nutrition that they need. So just keep that in mind. Number 3 is not being able to chug water or liquid. It sounds so dumb, but it's so true. I remember them telling us that in our pre-op classes, and I was like, okay, that's not that big of a deal, but it is. You literally have to sip water all day long in order to meet your liquid intake. It's still like that for me 8 months. I don't know what it's going to be like at 12 months. I don't know what it's going to be like at 24 months post-op, but as of now, I still sip. I can take, I mean, they say no straws, but I've been able to do straws and I'm fine. I can take about 3 sips. And I'm good. If I take that 4th sip, 5th sip, I do feel nauseous, and it's only been once where I've thrown up since surgery, which was when I drank water too fast. But I don't push it. I kind of sip 3 times and that's it. So that's why it's important for you to drink water all day long versus before, when you were like, I'm thirsty, right? You go run or whatever, you're outside and it's hot, and you come in the house and you're like, I'm thirsty, and you would chug a water bottle. That's not possible. You will get sick, at least for me. Okay. And that is something that they do talk about in our pre-op classes, that you have to sip all day. And keep in mind, like I talked about, I did have to go back to the hospital. I went back to the hospital because of dehydration, and I didn't keep up with my water. And it took me 5 days to get to that. And it's very easy to get dehydrated. So it's become a habit for me to always carry my water, always, all day long, wherever I'm at. And my husband will notice if I forget my cup. He'll be like, you're not drinking water. And I'm like, good looking out. So again, it goes back to encouraging people that are going to help you stay on this. So yeah, water, liquids, making sure you're always on it. It's a constant thing. So that's number 3. Number 4 is vitamins. To be real with you, before surgery, I didn't really take vitamins at all. I didn't take no woman's vitamins. I didn't take anything. I didn't take vitamins at all. And I know in our pre-op classes, they told us vitamins, and it's very, very, very crucial. Now that I'm 8 months post-op, I did get blood work done for 6 months, 7 months, and my vitamin A was low. And my vitamin D was low. My vitamin D has always been low, even pre-op. and at every lab. So, you know, they just give you an over-the-counter and you just keep up with it. But the vitamins are super important. And I have a video on the vitamins that I take. It's two prenatal, 2 multivitamins and 3 calciums that I take on a daily basis. I have schedules because I'll forget. Even in that video, I post of a little container that I use, and I have Monday through Sunday vitamins. I notice it even if I miss a couple of days. Like sometimes on the weekends, I'm not up on my vitamin game because I'm not at work, and at work I can stay more on track, and I'll feel it at the end of the day. I will feel lightheaded. I will kind of be like, yeah, I'll feel lightheaded, like I'm gonna faint, and I'm like, oh, my vitamins, I do feel it. And again, that's me, okay? That's what happens to me. So it's super, super important to stay up on your vitamins, and it can be kind of annoying, right? So that's why I'm saying that that's one of the hard things of post-op. Number 5 would be hair loss. So I started losing hair around my 4 months post-op. It was for about a month, and I remember I was crying. You know, a lot of girls that I follow would talk about it, and it took a little bit longer for me. There's people that it happens at 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, even further along. I've even heard about 7 months. Mine was around 4 months, and for a whole month I was losing hair. Every time I'd go into the shower, it was like clumps of hair, and I was like, there's no way. I have short hair now. This is actually something that I've always wanted to do. It's not because of that, but I did cut it around that time because I did have long hair. But I started using a certain shampoo, and it didn't stop it from falling, but it helped my hair from growing back. But it's something that a lot of people experience. I don't want to say everyone, because of course everyone is different, but most people struggle with hair loss because of the lack of nutrition that we are getting from our food. It's a normal thing. And it's very frustrating because you're losing it in clumps, and you're literally thinking, how much more hair can I lose? Like seriously, before I go bald. So yes, that is number 5, hair loss. But then it stops. but then it stops. It literally was a 1 month, and then it just stopped. Like my hair it falls. I mean, of course, a little bit of hair falls out when I brush my hair, but I also stopped washing it. I used to stop washing it. I didn't stop washing it. I do it every like 3 days now. I used to do it like every day, and I've gotten into a routine now where it's every 3 days, and it has helped me. My sister does hair, and she would tell me to not wash my hair every day, but I still did. And then finally I stopped doing that, and that has helped. But yeah, it falls out like normal now, not in clumps like it did. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6, obviously, because we can only eat such a small amount of food, it's harder to meet, you know, our protein goals, our calorie goals, all of that stuff, right? Our doctor tells us for me, it's like 60 to 90 grams of protein. I try to meet 90 now because I'm further out. In the beginning, it was 60. But it is harder to meet when you're eating less, right? Like I've talked about in other videos, I eat every 3 hours. Every 3 hours, I have an alarm, and I make sure to eat. So that's obviously 3 meals and 2 snacks, sometimes even 3 snacks, you guys. Now that I'm 8 months post-op, but I make sure I try my hardest to have protein-based snacks. Of course, you guys, sometimes I eat something that doesn't have a lot of protein. I'll have like 1 gram, but it's because I'm craving some, you know, rice cakes or something. But the majority of my food, I try to make sure that it's high protein. And that's when I notice my weight loss is greater. And I'm not as hungry, and I do get hungry now. Okay. In the beginning, I didn't, but now definitely. So yeah, because of the small amount of food, it is harder to meet those protein, goals and calorie goals that your doctor has set up for you. So yeah. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is, I have not experienced this. I have talked about this in other videos, is dumping syndrome. I have not experienced this, and I'm thankful for that. But basically this is what happens when you eat high calorie, no, not high calorie, I'm sorry, high, like fatty foods or like greasy foods, or just sometimes food that just does not sit well with you. So, and I've talked to people and they said, yeah, that they experience it. So it could be diarrhea or vomiting due to the food that you're eating. I don't know. Let me see how common it is. Hold on. Common for ESG. So just by Googling it, it does say, you know, that it is common after gastric surgery. It is a group of symptoms that may result from having part of your stomach removed. And it can be mild to severe. So it just depends. And even right here, it says it can be from 30 to 60 minutes after eating and can last up to 60 minutes. So it includes sweating, feeling lightheaded, desire to lay down, and like I said, being nauseous, having diarrhea, cramping, and throwing up. So that's kind of, and I remember they had to tell us that in class, and that was something I was like, oh my God, you know, but I wasn't going to let that be the reason why I wasn't going to get the surgery. And thank God I didn't let that be the reason, because I haven't experienced it. So, but I'm careful, you guys. I won't eat a chocolate cake. I'm not going to eat a slice of pizza. I haven't even eaten a regular slice of pizza from like wherever, Domino's, whatever. I still haven't, and it's 8 months, and I'm scared to, and honestly, that's kind of a good thing. So like I said, I'm very, very careful on what I eat still. So maybe that's why I haven't experienced it, but hoping, praying to God that I don't experience it. Number 8 is that this surgery is not reversible. So you can't, they're taking out 85 to 90% of your stomach. They can't put it back. They cut it out, they take it out, I'm assuming throw it away, I don't know. And they can't put it back. It is what it is. Yes, your stomach, it can grow again, which I don't know the details on that. I don't want to get into the details of it because I don't know, but I know that your stomach can eventually stretch out, which does happen, right? I've read by snacking, by eating a lot, obviously all of those things. But yeah, this surgery you cannot reverse. The only thing that can be changed is, I know people have changed from the vertical sleeve gastrectomy to the bypass. I don't know why people do that. I don't know if that's an option or your doctor chooses to do that, or I don't know the details, to be real with you. But I know that that's the only change that can be made. So yeah, you can't reverse it. I don't know why someone would want to reverse it. I mean, I'm sure because of complications and stuff, but it's not possible. Okay. And number 9 is loose skin. So I've lost 132 pounds since August 1st. Well, let's say July 15th, because I lost it was like 12 pounds pre-op. So I've lost 132 pounds since mid-July, and it is April, right? Yeah, April 11th right now. And yes, I have loose skin. About 3 months after my surgery is when I got my personal trainer, and my personal trainer, it focuses on weights. I don't do cardio with her at all. I do an hour of weights. I did it for 5 days for a couple of months, and then I went to 3 days, but that's all I do with her is weights. Of course, right now, due to all of us being quarantined, I can't see her. So I've been doing more cardio than weights, which I'm trying to figure out right now because I'm so focused on weights, and I actually burn more calories with weights than I do with cardio. But yeah, it's really helped with my loose skin. You know, I wasn't a person that had big arms or big legs. I've always carried my weight around my stomach, more kind of my face. So my loose skin is on my stomach. I'm not comfortable to share it yet. I know some people have asked me, but just know that it's there. I do have a lot of loose skin on my stomach. It's definitely something that I want to get rid of eventually, maybe after babies. I don't know yet. But I do struggle with loose skin. I mean, it's going to happen. After losing 132 pounds, what's going to happen? You had your body stretched out and it's like a balloon, you know what I mean? And it deflates. So it's like a normal thing. I've seen some people that I'm like, oh my gosh, their stomach is so tight. And I'm like, how? You know, I mean, good genetics, I guess. But everyone's different. So like I said, my arms, yes, I have loose skin. On my thighs, I do have loose skin, but it's not bad at all. It's mainly my stomach, right? And we all struggle with different areas. You might carry your weight more on your arms or more on your legs. You know, it just depends on your body type. And like I said, I carried my weight more on my stomach. So that is where I struggle with loose skin. I honestly have just used regular lotion. Now I'm kind of like, man, maybe I should have used something specific. I know there's a lot of people that use specific you know, lotions, creams. So if you do, please comment below, because I'm interested in learning, because I don't use anything. You know, I've always had stretch marks and stuff, so I'm not really worried about it. And eventually, like I said, I am going to get it removed. But still, if there's something that can help, let me know, because I don't know and I haven't done it. And last but not least, and I've said this in another video, it's gaining your weight back. So that's number 10, and that's definitely something that they talk about in our classes. Some people gain weight back, and some, maybe not all of it, maybe like 10%, 20%, 30%, 50%, or all of it, or more than what you originally weighed. And it's very possible. I definitely can see it now. In the beginning, I was like, how? Because at 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, you're like, I can barely eat. And that quickly changes. It really, really does. So just make sure to be in good habits, because once you get further out, you know, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, like I am right now, I don't want to really speak on later because I'm not there. I'm at 8 months, but I definitely can eat a lot more. And honestly, I could probably snack all day. We can't eat a lot, right, in one sitting, but we can definitely snack all day, at least for me. And that's a habit that is hard. It really, really is. The hardest time for me is at night, when I'm just like, oh, I want something good. You know, I want even like Halo Top, you know, it's not that bad. Yes, there's sugar and stuff, but it's just, I need to tell myself I can't have Halo Top ice cream every day. I can't have a handful of chips every day. I can't have beef jerky every day, right? It's about limiting what you're eating and creating those good habits. And I feel like people that are successful with keeping their weight off, I think it has to do with having a good support system. I think it's reaching out when you need help, right? And I don't know how it's gonna be. Even like, I think about when I do get pregnant and I have babies, I'm terrified to gain weight back, and I'm still not at my goal weight. I have about 25 to 30 more pounds for my goal weight. And getting pregnant, I think about it and it does scare me, because I don't want to gain a lot of weight back. Even after, you know, when I have kids. Right now, I don't have kids, and it's something, I have a lot of time for myself. I have time to like really meal prep, really work out. And I know I have a lot, like basically all my friends are moms, and I know that having a kid takes up so much of your time. So I don't know what it's going to be like, but I just really think it's having a good support system, remembering why you started, really, really, you know, being honest with yourself, logging your food. Only you're going to know if you're lying, right? Like logging your food, rewarding yourself. What else, man? Just like patting yourself on the back when you lose those 10 pounds, or when you fit into that shirt that you didn't fit into. Guys, this shirt right here was a shirt that I would have open over all my clothes. Like, and now it freaking closes and it's big. Like, it's just crazy to me just how much it changes, right? And it's so funny now that I think about it, because this video was supposed to be about like the cons of surgery, right? The disadvantages of surgery, but I keep switching it to positive. And I just want you guys to really, really take that in, because yes, there is a lot of disadvantages, not a lot. There is disadvantages of the surgery, right? They talk about all of these negative things because they have to. In those pre-op classes, they have to let you know all of these things. But from my experience, you guys, I would do this 1,000 times. I would do it over again and over again. The only regret that I have is not have done it, not doing it sooner. I'm going to be 29 this year, and I wish I would have done it at 21, 25. But you know what? It's now, and I'm doing it now, and my life has changed for the better. Like, it's just crazy. I can talk about it forever. So if it is something that you are thinking about, please, 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 you know, write a list of things, of the reasons you want to do it and the reasons you don't want to do it. Don't let others make that decision for you. This is for you. If you're doing this to like, oh, I'm gonna look so much better, it's really like, yes, that can be part of it, but if that's the only reason, there's so much more to this. It's so much more about like your mind and your growth as an individual, and not just losing weight and looking bomb. It's really not. It's so much more than that. But write that list out. Don't let other people are going to be negative and they're going to tell you, oh, that's the easy way out. Okay, cool. That's your opinion. Like, just keep it pushing. This is your life change, and it's going to affect your life and those close around you. Okay. And that's it. Just make that decision off of your opinion. Don't focus on the negative so much, you know. And like I said, this video, I did want to talk about those negative things. And, you know, of course, I'm very blessed that I haven't experienced a large amount of negative things after surgery. I know people do. But just follow your doctor's orders, stay on track, and there's no cheating. There really isn't. You have to make sure you are doing everything that your doctor is asking of you. Okay, I think that's it. I went on way more than I wanted to, but again, you guys, it's life-changing, and it's like the best thing that I could have ever done for myself. So just keep that in mind, okay? Please comment below if there's more things that you guys are scared of and I can respond to. Even if you're post-op, you guys, what have you guys experienced, you know, more than this list? Anything you guys want to talk about, comment below. Also follow me on Instagram at bodymindandsoul_VSG. Message me on there. I am pretty active on there, and I do respond as quick as possible to everyone, because I want to be that helping person like so many other people have been for me. It's very, very easy to feel alone in this, and sometimes you don't want to talk to your family members. Sometimes you want to talk to a stranger about it, someone that has experienced it. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, comment below, you guys. Please like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye. Have a beautiful Sunday. Oh, and happy Easter. Have a great Easter. I know that most of us have to stay indoors. I'm in California, so we really can't go anywhere. Make the best of it, and there will be better days ahead. Bye.